Your nights are being stolen. Every night, you tell yourself, just 5 minutes, and suddenly it's been 2 hours of scrolling reels. No real value, no real progress, just random content that you don't even remember the next day. This is not relaxation, this is mental consumption without purpose. And slowly, it's stealing your time, your focus, and your potential. Your nighttime is actually the most powerful part of your day. Why? Because it's distraction-free, quiet, and completely under your control. No school, no job pressure, no interruptions. This is the time where you can either level up your life, or waste it completely. And most people choose the second option without even realizing it. Here's the harsh truth. What you do at night decides your future. If you spend it scrolling, you stay the same. If you use it wisely, you grow faster than 90% of people. The difference is not talent, it's how you use your free time. Nights are either your biggest advantage or your biggest weakness. In this video, you'll learn the top 5 powerful things you can do at night instead of watching reels. Simple, practical, and actually useful. No unrealistic routines, just real actions that can improve your mindset, skills, and life. By the end, you'll never look at your nighttime the same way again. Why reels are addictive? Understand the trap first. Before replacing reels, you need to understand why they control you so easily. It's not random, it's designed. Short-form content is built to hijack your brain's reward system. Every swipe gives you something new, unpredictable, and stimulating. This constant novelty releases dopamine, the same chemical linked to pleasure and addiction. The problem is not just time waste, it's mental conditioning. Your brain gets used to fast, effortless entertainment. So when you try to do something meaningful, like reading, studying, or thinking, it feels boring. Not because it actually is boring, but because your brain has been trained to expect constant stimulation. Over time, this reduces your attention span. You struggle to focus, you get distracted easily, and even small tasks feel heavy. This is why people say, "I want to do something productive but I just can't start." It's not laziness, it's a rewired brain. So the goal is not just to stop watching reels, it's to replace them with better habits. If you simply try to quit without replacing, your brain will pull you back. But if you give it something equally engaging and meaningful, you slowly break the addiction. And that's exactly what we're going to do next. Thing number 1. Plan your next day like a pro. If you want to upgrade your life fast, start using your nights to plan your next day. Most people wake up confused, react to whatever comes, and waste half their day figuring out what to do. That's why they feel unproductive. But when you plan at night, you remove that confusion completely. Take just 10 to 15 minutes and write down your top 3 to 5 tasks for the next day. Keep it realistic, not overloaded. This gives your brain clarity and direction. When you wake up, you don't think, you just execute. This one habit alone can double your productivity. There's also a psychological benefit. When you plan your day before sleeping, your brain continues processing it subconsciously. It prepares you mentally. So instead of waking up lazy or distracted, you feel more focused and ready to act. And here's the best part. This is simple, low effort, but high impact. Instead of scrolling for hours, you spend a few minutes setting up your future. That's a smart trade, because successful people don't leave their day to chance, they design it in advance. Thing number 2. Learn a skill that can change your future. Instead of feeding your brain random content, use your nighttime to learn something valuable. This is where real growth happens. Just 30 to 60 minutes daily of focused learning can completely change your life in a few months. The difference between average and successful people is simple: how they use their free time. Pick one skill that actually matters. It could be English speaking, coding, video editing, data analysis, or any skill that can help you grow personally or financially. Don't jump between multiple things, focus on one. Consistency beats variety every time. The internet already has everything you need: free tutorials, courses, and resources. But most people consume content passively. You need to be active. Take notes, practice, apply what you learn. Learning without action is just entertainment. And here's the mindset: this is an investment, not a sacrifice. While others are scrolling and wasting time, you're building something real. Over time, this creates a massive gap between you and the average person. Nights are quiet, distraction-free. That's the perfect time to upgrade your skills. Thing number 3. Read something that upgrades your mind. If you want to think better, you need to feed your brain better input. And one of the most powerful ways to do that is reading. Instead of consuming fast, low-value content like reels, reading forces your brain to slow down, focus, and actually process information. Start with just 10 to 20 minutes a night. You don't need to read heavy or complex books. Pick something useful and engaging. It could be self-improvement, psychology, communication, or even stories that improve your thinking and language. The goal is not to finish books fast, but to understand and apply what you read. Reading improves your focus, vocabulary, and thinking ability. It trains your brain to stay on one thing instead of constantly jumping between short clips. This directly improves your attention span, which most people are losing because of excessive scrolling. And here's the long-term benefit: what you read shapes how you think. Over time, your mindset becomes sharper, your decisions improve, and your perspective changes. So instead of filling your mind with random noise, start giving it something that actually builds you. Thing number 4. Reflect on your day and fix yourself. Most people repeat the same mistakes every day because they never stop to think about what they're doing. They just move from one day to another without learning anything. That's why they feel stuck. But if you spend even a few minutes reflecting at night, you start improving faster than others. Ask yourself simple but powerful questions. What did I do well today? Where did I waste time? What can I improve tomorrow? This is not about judging yourself, it's about understanding your behavior. When you become aware, you gain control. You can even write it down. This helps you see patterns. Maybe you notice that you always get distracted at a certain time, or you avoid a specific task. Once you identify the problem, you can fix it. Without reflection, you stay unconscious. With reflection, you evolve. This habit turns your life into a feedback system. Every day becomes a chance to improve, not just repeat. Instead of scrolling and forgetting everything, you end your day with clarity. And that clarity compounds into real growth over time. Thing number 5. Prepare your body and mind for deep sleep. Most people ignore this, but your night routine directly affects your next day. If you spend your last hour scrolling, your brain stays overstimulated. Blue light, constant content, and mental noise make it harder to sleep deeply. And poor sleep equals low energy, low focus, and more laziness the next day. Instead, use your night to wind down properly. Reduce screen usage at least 20 to 30 minutes before sleep. Do something calm, light stretching, deep breathing, or just sitting quietly. This signals your brain that it's time to relax. Your nervous system slows down, and your sleep quality improves. You can also prepare physically, set your clothes, organize your space, and remove distractions for the next day. This reduces morning friction and makes your next day smoother. Small preparation at night creates big impact in the morning. Here's the key: success is not just about what you do when you're active, it's also about how well you recover. Deep sleep improves memory, focus, mood, and energy. So instead of ending your day with chaos, end it with control. Because a strong night creates a powerful next day. Replace, don't remove, the smart way to quit reels. If you try to completely stop watching reels without replacing that habit, you'll fail. Your brain doesn't like empty space, it wants stimulation. So if you remove reels but don't give your brain something else, it will pull you back to the same habit again. That's why the strategy is simple: replace, not remove. Instead of scrolling, switch to one of the activities you learned: planning, learning a skill, reading, reflecting, or preparing for sleep. These still engage your brain, but in a productive way. Make it easy for yourself. Keep a book near your bed, keep your notes ready, or open a learning video before you even feel the urge to scroll. The easier the replacement, the higher the chance you'll stick to it. If it requires effort, your brain will choose reels again. Over time, your brain starts associating nighttime with growth instead of distraction. And slowly, the urge to scroll reduces automatically. You don't need extreme discipline, you just need a smarter system. Build a night routine, turn discipline into habit. At this point, you know what to do, but knowledge alone doesn't change your life. You need a routine, a fixed structure that you follow every night without overthinking. Because when something becomes a habit, it requires less willpower. Create a simple night routine. For example, 10 minutes planning, 30 minutes skill learning, 15 minutes reading, and 5 minutes reflection. Keep it realistic. Don't try to do everything perfectly, just be consistent. Even a basic routine is powerful if you follow it daily. The goal is to remove decision making. When you know exactly what to do at night, you don't waste time thinking or getting distracted. You just follow the system. This reduces the chances of falling back into scrolling. And here's the real power. Once this routine becomes automatic, your life starts upgrading without extra effort. While others are stuck in random habits, you're building structure, discipline, and growth. And that's what creates long-term success. Take back control of your nights. At the end of the day, your nights are a choice. You can either give them away to endless scrolling, or use them to build a better version of yourself. The difference is not time, you already have the time. The difference is how you choose to use it. You've seen the reality. Reels are designed to trap your attention, reduce your focus, and keep you consuming without thinking. But now you also have a better alternative. Simple actions like planning, learning, reading, reflecting, and preparing for sleep can completely change your direction. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to quit everything overnight. Just start small. Replace even 30 minutes of scrolling with something meaningful. That's enough to begin the shift. And once you see the results, you'll naturally want to do more. So from tonight, make a decision. Stop letting your time slip away. Take control, because the way you spend your nights today is exactly what shapes your life tomorrow.